Stathopoulos again being forced on the outside. Goaltender Houle to the bench for the extra attacker. Perry behind the net. Policelli cuts him off. Perry takes Policelli around the neck to the corner, and a quick whistle will set up a face-off to the right of the Kitchener goal, and we'll see if somebody takes a timeout here with a minute 19 left and the London net empty in favor of the extra attacker. But they don't need one goal, Jack. They need two.
Yeah, they need two, Jack, and they're going to bring out their big guns here to see if they can close the gap here. But Kitchener has done the job they had to do, especially in this third period. It has not been fancy. They had the goal lead, and I guess it could be argued that there's not too many teams in this league that can protect a one-goal lead just quite like this Kitchener Ranger Hockey Club can, and they did what they had to do.
Pete DeBoer has done a masterful job, and of course he teaches defense first, and if you can't play it, you don't play until you get to know exactly what it takes to win in this league. And it's the same in this league as it is in the National Hockey League. It's defense first.
Yep. Well, here is a timeout. We've got the Rangers, Jack. They're going to play 11 games. They got 11 games left after this one. London Knights the same. And boy, when you look at this Western Conference, what a log jam. And as we mentioned, you could very well end up with one of the hockey clubs missing the playoffs with a 500 or better record, and that would be a shame.
I'd have to go back and look to see when the last time was that happened, if it's ever happened, and it would be tough if it did. Talked about Hull and Ottawa tomorrow coming up. That's not the only CHL action on Sportsnet, Peter.
No, it's not. Tomorrow it's Ottawa and Hull in Ottawa, and then a Quebec League matchup on Rogers Sportsnet Ontario. That comes your way Tuesday from Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's the Acadie Bathurst Titans taking on the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles at 8 o'clock.
Lots of hockey activity this week. Face-off will be to the right of the Kitchener goal. 6 attackers for the Knights. And iced away by London. No, I don't think it's going to have enough steam to get over the line. Wideman will take it in front of his net. Bois, number 15, Stathopoulos, who has 2 points in the game, shooting it in. Charlie Stevens and Nash are on the ice in this 6-player attack for the London Knights. Banked off the boards, right to the side of the crease. And Dickey couldn't hang on to it. It remains in play. Now he's got it. And sticks being swiped in front of the net.
Yeah, there was some real whacking going on in front of that net, Jack, as the London players were crashing the front of the net. Nash was in there. Bois was in there. Charlie Stevens right in on top of the net as well, doing everything they can to try to get a goal here.
Well, not a lot of 200-minute penalty guys in the OHL this year, but we're watching a couple of them in this game today. Keefe for the Kitchener Rangers, and on the other side, Daniel Bois for the London Knights. And there is Daniel Bois, the captain of London in his sophomore season. I think they'd like a little more offense from him. Hasn't been a bad year, but 15 goals and 11 assists. I'd like him to harness his aggression and perhaps use his size a little more as far as offense. Shot off the face-off, blocked and knocked away again. And again, a nice shoot down, in that it won't have enough steam to get down over the line for an icing. So now the Knights have to use up time to bring it back. Long pass through the middle zone, and that's going to go all the way down the ice. And taking a little extra skip in there was
They got problems over on the side here, Jack.
Oh,
everybody's into it.
Right at the Kitchener bench.
At the bench as well. I'm just watching the London bench here because there's a couple guys got their legs over. Dale Hunter's got a hand on them, just trying to keep him back.
He's got to keep him back.
He's got to keep them back, but when it's in front of the other bench, you'll see Peter DeBoer doing the same thing on the other side, trying to keep his players back on the bench, not reaching over the boards, trying to keep control.
Smith and Stevens are right along the boards in front of the Kitchener bench, trying to work free. And this has just been a powder keg, ready to go off at any time.
Well, that started with Rick Nash coming up the boards, taking the Kitchener player out. But Peter DeBoer's got a hand on a couple of players over the other side.
Well, Daniel Bois is trying to land punches over the officials, and I've got to admit I can't see who the Ranger player is because his sweater is half up.
Well, and he's held too. He's been held by the other London players, so got a potential problem there as well. The linesman doing a great job. Rick Nash is right in the middle of it. There's 2 of them trying to get at the Kitchener player.
Good Monday morning, Ted Baker. We have some tapes to show you this morning.
Yes, get the coffee and donuts ready because he's going to have some work to do on Monday morning.
I don't think anything ever broke out completely into a full brawl.
Here's
with the
Bois
exception
once
of
again. Bois once again is trying to cause some problems. And here's another.
He's been out of control, to be honest
Here's
with
Charlie Stevens.
And Smith.
Of all people. And Smith. We have not seen. And there's a water bullet just thrown from the London bench. And now all the London players have come over.
And that was the cue for the crowd to start throwing some things on the ice. And the linesmen, the officials, they've got their hands full, and the debris is flying out. Oh, full brawl going now.
Yeah, there's Rick Nash. And
he's going at it with Richards.
With Richards. Richards gets him down, though, and Nash has got his helmet off. Going to smack his head, and Nash is swinging. There's the separation there. This Bois is out of control on the ice, Jack. He's being held by the linesman. Yep. Wideman came out of the box. Wideman was in the box and came out.
Well, they can forget about Dennis Wideman for a while then.
He'll be long gone.
Yeah, not only will he be long gone, there's suspension time for coming out of the penalty box.
I think you're going to see Bois. He's going to be in some deep trouble as well, Jack. He was out of control out there. And so was Rick Nash.
Well, if you're the London Knights, depending on how this one is written up by Bill Prisniak, and I would think he's got a lot to write up, I would tend to think that I'd be a little nervous in terms of the players are going to lose for a while, because potentially there could be some pretty severe punishment coming down against the likes of Nash, Bois, Wideman for coming out of there. And Kitchener's not going to get out of this scot-free either. Going to take a break while Bill Prisniak does some homework. 5-3 for the visiting team, the Kitchener Rangers, here in the final minute of a wild game.
There are two very different ways to get a close fill a shave. Quadra Action or Cool Skin. Advanced shaving head or moisturizing gel for pure skin pleasure. Shave underwater or simply rinse underwater. How do you fill a shave?
Okay, boys, time to get up. Hockey practice.
Every year, thousands of Canadian families dedicate their time and effort to the game we love. It's the commitment of parents getting up and driving their children to practice. It's the commitment of the thousands of volunteers that lend their time as coaches, trainers, and administrators. It's the passion of Canadians to go the extra mile to make our game what it is today. The Canadian Hockey Association. Experience the passion.
Here's to a little something called 0 degrees. Accepted. You belong outside.
Got a cold, stuffed up head, aches, fever with that chilly, cold feeling? Vicks. For fast relief that's tough on colds like Advil is on pain,
This should help.
try Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on colds.
Mrs. Lang! Hello! We've got 10 million reasons for you to open the door!
Advil Liquid Gels, the only liquid gel that gives you effective migraine relief that's fast.
The Kodak EasyShare digital camera and dock. Transfer at the touch of a button and your pictures are ready to email or print. It's digital photography made simple.
Share the moment, share life.
Don't you just hate it when you get it on your shoes?
That's why Prestone developed the new no-glug jug. Now you won't splatter any of that precious protection your engine craves in nasty weather. So, always remember to flush. Do put the lid down when you're through, but most important, always remember the big yellow no-glug jug. Because we're in full-blown Prestone season now. Prestone Extended Life is now GM Dex Cool approved. The jug may be silver, but to your GM car, it's pure gold.
Game's not over yet. 38 seconds remaining in the third, but we are running a little late, so let's have a look at our Toyota 3 Stars, brought to you by Toyota Canada and its dealers. Raffle Martinowski with a goal and an assist in this game today, including what could well be the game-winning goal. Steve Eminger, it's been a rock on the back end for the Kitchener Rangers, and Mike Stathopoulos with a pretty good day offensively again for the London Knights. 1 goal and 1 assist, giving him 24 goals, 54 assists on the season. He's just having an outstanding year.
Well, here's Bill Prisniak trying to go over all the penalties.
Let's pick up the PA system if we can.
2 minutes for slashing, 5 minutes for fighting, plus a 10-minute misconduct. Number 25, Marcus Smith, a 10-minute misconduct. For the London Knights, number 61, Rick Nash, 2 minutes for instigating, 5 minutes for fighting, plus a game misconduct. Number 15, Danny Bois gets a game misconduct. Number 6, Dennis Wideman, a 10-minute misconduct. Time of those penalties, 19:22.
Well, I'll tell you, some people owe Bill Prisniak flowers, chocolate dinner, trips to Las Vegas. That's not a lot of penalties considering what happened. Now, the consequences of the game misconducts will have to be laid out. Again, I told you there are different rules. Sometimes a game misconduct is for this one. I'm not sure how Dennis Wideman doesn't get more than the 10-minute misconduct for coming out of the penalty box.
Absolutely.
Nonetheless, the league will have to sort through all of this, I would think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting once they sit down and review this one after, Jack. Bill Prisniak, as you say, writing up the game report, and it'll be interesting to see what goes into that report. But boy, that everybody was into it from both teams. And of course, when it happens in front of a bench, nothing worse, because of course the players on the bench, if they see somebody maybe getting taken advantage of, they want to help out their teammates. So bad when it's in front of a bench like that.
Apparently somebody yanked the